I'm sure you've got a lot of shocking facts to share with me. Let me start a very stirring day for you, if you can chew on this for the next few moments while we take you forward. There are more humans alive than all the human beings who have died in the history of mankind. There are more humans alive today on the face of the earth than they've ever died in the entire history we've known. Unbelievable how heavy our earth is today, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Good. You guys are very intelligent. Okay, so to get that started, we're very lucky and we're very fortunate because, you know, once upon a time in 2012, we had the same hall, we had the same program, except it was jam-packed. And we've not been very professional today, so I have nothing to complain to those who are sitting inside. I've just been told there are 2 more colleges from out of the city who are en route. I'll be happy as soon as they join us, not a problem. We'll be taking this forward. This is the 51st Shaping Young Mind program by All India Management Association in collaboration with Ludhiana Management Association. And when I say 51st, you'll be happy to know that in the past decade, they've done 50 programs in different cities at different parts of our country, to be precise. Now, before we actually go on with the proceedings, may I request each one of you in your seat to kindly now take out the mobile phone that's in your left or right pocket or in your purse, put it either on a silent mode or switch it off, please. I teach a few of you here and I know exactly how it goes, so please cooperate. Thank you, you're very kind. You're very kind. Right. I would now like to invite on stage very eminent personalities, Justice N. Santosh Hegde, former Lokayukta, Government of Karnataka. Second, Mr. Sachit Jain, do you remember him? Our former President LMA. Our present President LMA, Dr. KNS Kang. And Dr. Vandana Shahi, Principal, BCM, Senior Secondary School, to come and light the lamp, while the Saraswati Vandana shall be recited to seek the blessings of Ma Saraswati.
Justice Hegde, it has been an honor to meet you personally, and it will be an opportunity for the students to listen to you. And all of you, I must appreciate you are all on time. There are some students who still are not in time, and they'll have to compete in life very hard to be at par with you people, to compete with you. We welcome you all the students, Mr. Sachit Jain, Past President of LMA and Executive Director of Bardhaman, and the organizing team of Shaping Young Mind, Madam Vandana Shahi and the students. I won't take time, we are already running behind schedule. Welcome you all and hoping that we have a very fruitful day. Thank you.
Country to talk to you today, but you've got one more bonus. I'll make it 5. Because for the inaugural address, we have none other but Mr. Sachit Jain come to speak to you. May I invite him on the stage? I've already mentioned Mr. Sachit Jain is an IIT Delhi, Ahmedabad gold medalist, ED Vardhaman. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Justice Hegde, all the organizers of Shaping Your Minds, Dr. Kang, Mrs. Kang, students. Dr. Kang put me in a spot because normally when I come to a program, I know what to speak. So yesterday I asked him, what do I speak on? And I thought I'll get some guidance. Everyone needs guidance, right? He says, whatever you wish to speak. So he threw it back promptly at me. So I said, Shaping Young Minds. That's a good program. And you got eminent speakers coming after me who will really talk about this subject. So what do I do? And I thought, I'm sure there are sports people amongst you, am I right? How many of you are sports people? Who play cricket, football, hockey, running, athletics? Yeah, a few of you, right? Now, before you start your game, you do some warm-up or not? Can you start running a marathon without warm-up? Right? So you need warm-up. So I said, if you're going to talk about shaping your minds today, let's do some warm-up. Prepare yourself to shape your minds by start shaping your hearts. Our education system is talking about becoming better engineers, better doctors, better lawyers, better chartered accountants, better data analysts, better media specialists, and so on. Everybody is working on becoming better for their professions, for their colleges, to compete in exams. Unfortunately, we've forgotten the art of becoming better human beings. And take it from me, if you are a good human being, you can become a good engineer, a good doctor, a good leader, a good boss, a good worker, whatever. If you are not a good human being, you can't be good in any of the other things. So it is necessary, of course not sufficient, of course you have to study to be whatever, but this comes first. And how do you do that? I started scratching my head. Okay, I got the warm-up right. Now what do I tell you? How to become a good human being in 15 minutes. I was told not 1 minute more than 15 minutes. So I said, let's talk about the 3 C's. The first, connecting with people. We become isolationists. We are trying to do something that is good for me. We've forgotten humanity around us. We've forgotten the art of connecting with people. So that, I believe, is the first C to become a good human being, that how do I start connecting to people around me? Do I have a feeling for people around me? Again, I can't say new now, but relatively new to the city of Ludhiana. And my car has been hit 3 times from behind when I stopped at a red light. Because for me, the law is stop at a red light, I will stop at a red light, and I will hit from behind. Because they said, why are you stopping at a red light? Right? Because there is just no consideration for somebody else. Or just 3 days ago, 2:30 in the morning or night, depending on what you say, suddenly somebody started off firing fireworks, one after the other, da, da, da. A whole series of fireworks, 2:30 in the morning. Obviously, those people are high spirits. But they're not bothered about somebody else. So I'm just saying, like connecting to other people means feeling for other people, empathy for other people. That's the first C. The second C, learning to communicate. And communication begins with listening. We've lost the art to listen to other people. You look at the TV debates today. Is anybody listening? They're just shouting, talking at each other, shouting at each other. Nobody is listening. Only when you listen can you form an empathy. Maybe that person is right. Maybe that person has a point of view. Maybe your thinking needs to change. And when you listen to people, you form a kind of connect. And then you know what to speak. Like I'm looking at all of you. So listening is one is hearing what you're saying. Second is also watching your body language. And as I watch your body language, it is telling me what I need to speak next. If I don't look at your body language, if I speak from a prepared text, I won't know what to speak. Because I may speak something, is it getting through to you? And communication means eventually exchange of ideas and your point of view getting across to the other person. And once you listen and then communicate, involvement happens. And as people get involved, engagement happens. As they get engaged, ownership happens. That idea becomes the collective idea of many. That's the second C, communication. The third C, courage, which many of us seem to miss because we want to belong. Peer pressure, am I right? So I was just sharing with Justice Hegde, when I was young, there was a time when I was young, okay? So this is way back in 82. I doubt many of you were born in 82, right? I'm preparing for IIT. And I asked my dad, Pop, I'm preparing for IIT. Why am I preparing for IIT? So I'm preparing for IIT. I'm asking my father, why am I preparing for IIT? So he says, do you want to be a doctor? I said, no. He said, are you a good sportsman? Can you build a sports as a career? I said, no. Can you build arts, music? Do you play some musical instrument you're good at? I said, no. So basically I realized good for nothing else, so might as well go to IIT. So that's how I landed at IIT. And I got a good rank, so I chose electrical engineering. But within a month of joining IIT, I realized I don't want to do electrical engineering. And I realized later I was a humanities student at heart. So what happened next? Bunking of classes. But that is the point of, at least I had the courage to accept that this is not what I want to do. And then I said, okay, let's look for something else. Luckily I got into Ahmedabad. And there I found I was in Melbourne. I enjoyed that. So that's courage, finding out what you want to do and accepting it. It's okay. Those are the 3 C's. 3 fitnesses. We've forgotten fitness. Fitness of body. Are you exercising regularly? Are you having moderate eating and so on? Because today the junk food culture has come in everywhere. And fitness amongst youngsters is low. At the age of 50, I can swim continuously for an hour without getting tired. Continue swimming. I'm going on a trek, high altitude treks. I started 3 years ago. I didn't start when I was a youngster and continued and so on. The point is, fitness is important. So physical fitness, fitness of body, fitness of mind, and fitness of spirit. So the 3 C's: to warm up, connect to people, and shaping your heart. 3 fitnesses. And then you work on building a positivity around you. Embrace positivity. Around you see the TV, it's all negativity. You open the newspaper, it's all negativity. Positivity. Smiling at people. Just smile. Good morning, greet. You're traveling in a bus or a train, the person next to you, say hi. At worst he'll say, sorry, I'm busy. I always reach out to the person next to me. Smile, reach out. Appreciate somebody. Somebody does a good job, appreciate. Somebody's looking good, say you're looking good. We will criticize easily. Appreciate, difficult. So, appreciate. Trust people. Give respect to people. When somebody is on the phone, you can make out if he's speaking to a superior or a junior. Am I right or not? Are you speaking to a servant or you're speaking to a boss? You can make out if the other guy is on the phone and you're watching that person. Hanji sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. It be done sir. So you know, depending on the person you're speaking to, and you're watching somebody, how his actions are, how his tone of voice is, you know, is he speaking to a superior or junior. Why do we respect only seniors? Why do we respect juniors? Why do we respect a peer, a servant, a jhaduwala? They are all human beings. Then they have different jobs, different roles. So respect, trust. These are some positivity we need to bring into life. And some negativity we need to shun from our life. Negativity is anger. So easy to scold, so easy to shout at somebody. So easy to fight. Pick up a fist fight with somebody. Somebody scratched your car and you are ready to declare World War III or World War IV. So, anger. Jealousy. Bhala uski kameez meri kameez se safed kaisi. There was an ad out there, right? This was the 20 years ago, Lalita ji and stuff. So, those were the ads. Why is his house bigger than mine? I've got a cycle, the other guy's got a bike. I've got a bike, the other guy's got a car. I've got a Maruti, the other guy's got a whatever. And then somebody got a Mercedes, somebody got 2 cars, somebody got a helicopter, somebody got a plane. It is never ending. So I have taken a lift from somebody on a cycle. Can you imagine? I've taken a lift on a cycle. I've taken a lift on a scooter. I've taken a lift on a motorcycle. I've taken a lift in a car. And I've also taken a lift in a private jet of somebody. I said, are you going there? Can you give me a lift? He said, yeah, I'll take you along. So I have traveled the entire thing. And I was okay in taking a lift in a cycle. And I was okay in taking a lift in a private jet. It's just getting from one place to the other. So, envy and jealousy, frustration, these are negativities we shun. As we do that, and we say, we will lead our life. Just because somebody has a bag for women or somebody is wearing a particular tie or this thing, how does it matter? Does it make that person a better person? Certainly not. So you drive yourself. And as you do that, stress goes away from your life. A lot of youngsters feel a lot of stress and pressure. Believe you me, I have gone through that myself. And I decided at the ripe old age of 22 to eliminate stress from my life. And I just eliminated it. No more stress. As you do that, you become calmer. Your mind becomes clearer. Your thinking becomes clearer. And as you do that, you shape your hearts better. And you are ready to shape your minds. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Jain. For those of you who've not picked up his book and read it till now, the book is called Ready to Take Off. It's on leadership, it's on HR practices, and I know this hall is filling up, as we say, with management graduates. Please find the time to pick up that book and read it, and you'll find a whole lot more insight into what Mr. Jain is saying today. Thank you once again for that, shaping our hearts and mind together. We have, like I said, 4 stories we're going to share today. Stories of people, stories of challenges, stories of hurt, failures, success, journeys they've taken. The 4 gentlemen, fortunately or unfortunately, the old gentlemen, who are representing this amazing forum today are, number 1, as we've already mentioned, Justice N. Hegde, Santosh Hegde, I apologize, former Lokayukta and from the government of Karnataka. Mr. Vineet Nair, founder of Sampark. Now, all those of you who haven't got introduced to Sampark, please have a look at it today. It's phenomenal. I think you'll love it, what this gentleman is doing. He was also the former CEO of HCL, Hindustan Computers Limited. We've also got Ambassador Deepak Vora in the third session post-lunch. He's been a veteran diplomat and he's now a special advisor to the Prime Minister of Guinea-Bissau. Then we have the last session with Mr. Prabhu Chawla. I think the name itself is resounding. He's now the editorial director for the New Indian Express group, but you heard CD Baat from him and Tiki Baat from him, different channels. So you know who we're talking about. To tell you how the day will go and how each session will go, every speaker will speak to you for 30 minutes, post which we'll have 45 minutes of a Q&A session. And during that Q&A session, we have 8 student panelists coming on the stage to initially start with their queries to the respective speakers, post which we open the house for general students forum here at large. I hope you have questions to ask these